Super Typhoon, Uwan has unleashed its full power over the Philippines, striking coastal communities with unrelenting force and plunging entire regions into chaos. The storm slammed into the northeastern coastline as a massive rotating wall of wind and rain, with sustained winds reaching around 185 kilometers per hour and violent gusts surging up to 230 kilometers per hour. For hours, the eye wall crawled across coastal towns, uprooting coconut trees, tossing metal sheet roofs into the air, and leaving entire neighborhoods without electricity. Local authorities report widespread power failures, collapsed communication lines, and heavy structural damage. Entire provinces are now plunged into darkness after transmission towers were bent or toppled by the intense winds. Emergency responders describe the situation as extremely dangerous, with debris flying at high speed and roads blocked by trees, power poles, and overturned vehicles. Firefighters and rescue teams are struggling to reach residents trapped in flooded homes or stranded on rooftops. More than 1 million people were evacuated ahead of the storm. Families with small children, elderly residents, and people with limited mobility were transported to temporary shelters set up in schools, gymnasiums, and municipal halls. Rows of mats now cover the floors of evacuation centers. While volunteers hand out bottled water and warm food, mothers try to soothe crying children as the sound of roaring winds echoes against the walls. Despite exhaustion, many residents express relief that they listened to evacuation orders in time.
Rainfall associated with the storm is intense and relentless. Meteorologists report that some areas may experience more than 200 millimeters of rainfall in less than 24 hours. Rivers are already overflowing, pushing muddy water through streets and into houses.
Videos filmed by evacuees show torrents of water rushing through residential neighborhoods, sweeping away motorcycles, plastic chairs, and household items. In several mountainous regions, landslides have buried roads, cutting off entire villages from the rest of the province. Rescue teams are monitoring the situation closely as heavy soil saturation raises the risk of additional landslides. The agricultural sector is taking a devastating hit. Fields of rice and crops that were ready for harvest now lie flat underwater, destroying months of labor and leaving farmers deeply uncertain about their income. Fishing boats anchored near the coast were torn from their moorings and smashed against rocks or pushed inland by storm surge.
Livestock owners are reporting losses as pens and barns collapse under strong winds. For many families living in rural areas, these losses are catastrophic, taking away not only income, but also food supplies. In coastal zones, seawater flooded low-lying neighborhoods after massive waves crashed through seawalls and barriers. Witnesses describe waves as high as houses, driven inland by brutal winds. Fishing communities watched helplessly as storm surge swallowed roads and penetrated deep into residential districts. Several families had only minutes to climb to higher ground as water surged unexpectedly fast, engulfing everything in its path. Airports and seaports have suspended operations. Hundreds of flights are canceled, leaving travelers stranded inside terminals with little information about when they will be able to continue their journeys.
services are halted across multiple regions, and cargo movement is suspended. The entire country is experiencing a logistical standstill, with major highways blocked and fuel distribution delayed. Authorities emphasize that the danger does not end with the storm's passage. Flash floods and secondary landslides may continue even after skies begin to clear.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay informed about the latest developments.